I finally told my best friend why I stopped lending her things. She says I am keeping receipts from 10 years ago to punish her last week. I refused to lend my best friend Kira my designer wedding dress. When she called me selfish, I finally explained the real reason per a decade of her borrowing and ruining my things without taking responsibility. Kira and I have been friends since middle school. We're both 31 now. Our teens and 20s, I was always the more financially stable one. I had a college fund, then a good job, while Kira struggled with debt and impulsive spending. I frequently lent her clothes, jewelry, electronics, and even money when she needed help. I never expected anything in return except respect for my belongings. That respect rarely materialized. My first car, Kira rode it for a weekend trip and returned it with a cracked windshield she didn't know how happened. My laptop, she spilled wine on it, then insisted it was already glitching anyway. A borrowed necklace from my grandmother disappeared entirely, with Kyra swearing. She returned it. She hadn't. Each time I forgave her. Each time I set clearer boundaries that she agreed to, then ignored. By my mid-20s, I had a firm rule. I would help Kira in any way except lending her my possessions. I would give her cash for a dress rather than lend her mine. I would meet her at a coffee shop rather than let her borrow my iPad. She noticed this shift but never directly addressed it. Our friendship continued otherwise normally. I attended her birthday parties. She was my maid of honor. We simply worked around this unspoken boundary. Last month, Kira got engaged. Last week, she came over to look at wedding magazines and spotted my preserved wedding dress a designer gown I'd saved for 2 years to afford. She immediately asked to borrow it for her wedding. When I gently declined, offering instead to help her find something in her budget, she erupted. She called me materialistic and selfish, saying I was obsessed with my things and a terrible friend for not supporting her special day. That's when I finally broke the silence. I calmly listed 5 significant items she had borrowed and damaged over the years, including my grandmother's necklace. I explained that this pattern was why I stopped lending her things. Per Tao, not because I didn't care, but because she had repeatedly shown she couldn't be trusted with my possessions. Kira was stunned, then furious. She accused me of keeping receipts just to throw in her face and said real friends don't punish each other for past mistakes. She stormed out, then blasted me on social media for humiliating her over ancient history. Half our friends think I should just lend her the dress and let the past go. The other half are shocked to learn about Kira's pattern and say I am right to protect my boundaries. I don't want to lose a 20-year friendship, but I also don't think it's wrong to acknowledge that current boundaries are the result of repeated past behaviors. Am I really keeping receipts by remembering why I set these boundaries in the first place?